Sunday morning, first Sunday in September, decided to show you all what I've got growing in my indoor greenhouse. Got this from Lowe's a while back, and I have been using it, and it's been a real time saver. I can start all my seeds up and then transplant them out later on. Now, I'm in zone 8, and so the vegetables that I'm growing, well, I'll put it this way. I started tomatoes and pepper seeds. The reason was just to kind of experiment and see whether or not I could get them to grow, because at the beginning of spring, I started some, and it really wasn't good at all. So this time I started some again, and they came right up. Like, all of them came up. So I don't know. Well, I do know. I did not use this particular way of growing them, which is starting them in a cup and putting a bag over them. I don't think I started them out that way. So this time I got pretty much 100% success with these plants. And no, I don't need all these plants. It was just an experiment to see whether or not I could get them to grow. And I did. So what I'm doing is one at a time, or whenever it gets big enough, like these 4, 5, 6 here, I gotta get them transplanted. So I started these, all my peppers, on the 9th. Got 3 different varieties. Tam jalapeno back there, purple beauty back there, which is lacking a whole lot compared to these other ones. But this one here was the first one to really take off, so I transplanted it. Transplanted 2 plants, and they got transplanted on the 31st of August. So here's one. The other one is back here. They're both doing really well. Put a couple of the 10-10-10 fertilizer pellets in here, just like 4 or 5. Just dropped them on top of the dirt, and I've been just watering as needed, and they've been doing really well. The way I tell whether or not they need water is by just pretty much just weighing the cup. If it's light, then I add water. If it's got some weight to it, then I don't. I also started off tomato seeds. This is a heirloom rainbow blend. Started them on the 31st. So I'm just trying to see what the best way is for me to get stuff to grow. Although it's way late in my growing season. I'm in zone 8, where things are finishing off. Tomatoes are finishing off. Peppers are slowing down, if you got any to produce. So this is just an experiment, just to see what the best method is for me to get things to grow. And this method really worked. Has some Swiss chard that I actually started down here, and it was the only thing to grow. I had like 5 different types of seeds down here, and the Swiss chard was the only thing that came up. So I took the Swiss chard out, emptied the dirt and everything, and started over. My main thing that I wanted was collards, and I wanted to get some kohlrabi up. Last year I didn't get them to produce the bulb. The plant did grow, but I didn't get the bulb. So, trying a few things this year. Hopefully they will work. I did get my Brunswick cabbage to grow, and it looks like every single seed came up. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully, if I don't mess with it, hopefully all of them will get to a good enough size where I can transplant them out and they'll be fine, hopefully. Haven't seen any signs from anything else. So I don't know if it's the grow mat, the heat mat, the light, or what, but I might end up having to put some collard seeds in a cup and, get them to count that way. What else? Trying something new. Artichoke. Got some artichoke and asparagus seeds from seedsnow.com, and I'm interested in seeing how they grow, whether or not I can actually grow them. If I get a plant, that would be really, really well. That would be really, really good. Just trying to see, whether or not I can actually grow these two different plants. It's kind of an experiment for me, like a science project, so we'll see. I planted them yesterday, so hopefully in a month's time I will start seeing something, because I think one of them takes like 3 weeks to start up, but anyway, we'll see. This here is my Scarlet Runner Beans. Planted 4 beans, and see the size of the leaves. They're doing pretty good. They really, really like this light, which is becoming an issue because they end up getting a little crispy. You can hear it. But they're doing pretty good. They have gone up, and I've started to actually wrap them. I don't think this light here is the best, but until I get one of those back there set up, it'll have to do. Here's a tomato plant, and I did not remember which one it was because I pulled off like 3 of the suckers, and I was like, well, I get a jump start on next year. I did this before I started those down there, so pretty interesting to see whether or not it'll actually produce a flower or not. So, but it's been doing pretty well. I had a couple of leaves to die, but I just broke those off. So the top part, the main part, is doing really, really well. A couple of burnt edges because I had it sitting up here, and so I dropped it down, and it's doing better. But that's what's going on. That's what I've got growing indoors. Hopefully all my summer plants that I've got started now will continue to live, and I can go through the topping process with the peppers and the tomatoes, hoping for a bigger and stronger plant. I'm also very interested to see what is in this variety here, this rainbow blend, because they didn't tell me on the packet or the website, so be interested to see what the exact plants will be. So that's what I got growing. I'll do an update on the garden and the field as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.